paper, and of course, in Banjul, citizens already issue with the US visa should note that the visa only allow them. Welcome back to the daily podcast, and be reminded you are listening to King TV and King FM Live, broadcasting from our studios at our base in Talinding. My name is Alhagie Fati, together with my news anchor here, Adama Nyang, who is also, taking me with speed that all that you need to know regarding the current affairs of the country. Adama, let's digest the sacking of the 7. Now, the army sport, it is not related to any drug issue, because there was a time they were involved in a drug saga, so many believe in perhaps it was that is the reason, that's why they decided. But the army even gone far beyond that. It's not reason, and they've cited another reason that they don't go detailed, but that is another company doing messing up in our sea illegally, that is the connection to the sacking. But the army, they don't break down the details of why that is happening.
Yeah, that's what I see.
Yeah.
That's what I even wanted to say, because there is no detailed explanation on why they were dismissed.
Yeah.
Because if they tell us that they are dismissed, it's not linked to
any drug case
issue, they should explain to the public that this and this is the reason why they are dismissed. But if they just tell us that they are dismissed because of they aid their company or they aid people, why we don't know why did they aid people, what did they do? So I think the army should clarify those points so that the public will know what exactly why are those 7 soldiers dismissed.
Yeah. And I don't know how close are you to the, I would now use the word, the former U.S. ambassador to the Gambia, Sharon, because of her tenure as the ambassador of this country is finally over now. She's saying bye-bye to the Gambia.
Oh, madam, you miss.
Yeah, I think for me, I will remember her. I remember her in 2023, we organized what you call the media agenda, a 2-week sensitization program at Jufure, Kundakinte Island. They sponsored that, that cause for us to empower the community radio stations and some active journalism. So I think that was my best moment with her.
For me, I met her for several times.
Okay.
I think she's a great lady, so we really miss her. We really miss her present in our country.
All right. Yes, as the background suggests, you can see normally the studio is used to people, but as the viewers are watching right now, the number has increased from 2 to 3, and in the obvious reason of being that we have another panel to join us in this daily podcast live. He's no other person than my good comrades. Let me allow you to introduce yourself to the Gambians. Sir, is all yours. Sir, is all yours. Yes, no worries. Just for me personally, it's not a problem. But tell us who you are, and then let's talk. Yeah, don't worry. Let's talk. All right. So, Adama, what we do? We proceed to the next item, which is also very, very important. That is, the Gambian embassy in Washington. Their issue regarding the, like they say, visa not enough to guarantee any entry to the US. So they are even saying, despite that you have a authentic visa, that does not mean that you are entitled to enter United States. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
So a bit about that article. The Gambian embassy in Washington yesterday issued an advisory statement to Gambians residents in the United States of America and those intending to visit the country to strictly adhere to the new immigration policies of the United States. The statement explained that according to the United States Embassy in Banjul, citizens already issue with the U.S. visa should note that the visa only allow them to travel to United States port of entry and and request permission to enter the country. In other words, merely having a visa does not guarantee entry. The Gambian embassy further informed Gambians that the decision to stay in the United States is not dependent on one's visa expiration date. Rather, the Custom and Border Protection CBP officers in the U.S. determine you admit unit date, and of course upon your arrival, and one must check the date by which you must depart online at I-94, that is United States. So still, in addition, the embassy advised all that travels to United States undergo extensive scrutiny screening, including checks against law enforcement and other things encountering terrorism, and database to have a clear information regarding who you are. So for students, it's like there's a benchmarked. In the same vein, all Gambian students studying in the United States are advised to note that if they dropped out, skip classes, or leave their programs of studying without informing the school, their visa might be revoked and they may lose eligibility for future United States visa. The embassy therefore advised Gambians traveling to United States for the purpose of studying to always adhere to the terms of their visa and maintain student status to avoid any issue with the U.S. immigration laws that may interrupt their study. So it's like America is changing. America before and America now. Before, people say even if you don't have, once you enter in America, even if you don't have documents, you are safe. But now the authorities are saying even if you have papers in America, you are not safe.
Yeah, even with your Gambian visa, you are not safe.
Yeah.
With your Gambian passport with a visa, you are not safe. You need entry something to stay in the country. So that's something else. So America is normally America we knew before.
Yeah. So that's it. And then the funniest thing there, they don't even students, those who go on a scholarship basis, if you are not following the rules and regulation of your visa status as a student too, to
me this one is fair. To me that statement is fair. You apply for a student visa, you got a school, you apply for a student visa, you go for studies, you study for 4 months, you skip your school or you leave school and go to some places. To me there at that point is very fair. If you go for a student visa, you go there to study. When you complete your studies, you look at what to do next. So that part of students is very, very okay.
It's very, very important. So I think what we need to do, I think later on we're going to introduce the professor to our audience too, and then it's very, very important for us to understand, and then what we really want to digest in the studio. But be reminded you are listening to the daily podcast live coming to you from our studios. With me, Alhagie and Adama Nyang, and then as you know, we take you through all that you need to know in the current affairs of the daily. At the bottom, there is a burning issue on social media as we speak. Most of the online papers are taking in all the social media as we speak right now. Everybody's talking about Sekou Mbalo. So let's try to digest what actually has to do with Sekou Mbalo as far as the release is concerned right now, because it's like all the papers that you've seen, I have visited right now, so I've seen exactly most of the online papers are talking about this, and then let's try to digest or understand what those that has to do with our diplomat in the country. Currently, they are not in Gambia, we understand, but I think as we are struggling to have a strong connection in our studio here, we will get to the point when we have it, then we can go about that the article that has to do with Sekou Mbalo as we speak right now. So that is what we are talking about here in our studio, and then as we rightly mentioned, I'm now glad to welcome Babukar Kamara Sedikan. Abubakar Kamara Sedikan, executive of Global.
The executive.
He has said it already. Welcome to the program.
Yes. Well, Mr. Alhagie, I am happy to be here.
Your mic? Yes, your mic.
I am very happy to be here, Alhagie and Alhagie Fati. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
My name is Abubakar Kamara Sedikan. Normally, when I was working with you people, you used to call me Abubakar Sedikan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am glad to be here. I'm very delighted. I'm very excited because King FM during the inception, I was
part of it.
Yes, I was among those who were who were working to see the success of the inception of this beautiful radio broadcasting station. And I'm also happy that now you have moved to another level by introducing a television. When I last checked, I was just introduced to the radio. But now there is a TV and it's online. And it is happening everywhere. So now I can go back to my phone and then check the programs online. It is very beautiful. My thanks also goes to your manager.
Alhagie Seka.
Alhagie
and Babukar Sise.
Very good. The managers of the radio. Everybody from the beginning to the end. Anyone who works here, greetings to you. My name is Abubakar Kamara Sedikan, and today I have been invited by my friend Alhagie Fati to come and share some thoughts about current affairs in this country and outside.
Thank you. But before we go forward, like somebody listening to the program or watching us live will always remember you before as a journalist. But now maybe hearing me saying that executive secretary of Global Chamber of Business Owners globally. So can you tell us a bit about that, please?
This is a global organization.
Okay.
I am the founder. I brought the idea. It's a philosophy that promotes business. This radio station is a business. So we promote business owners. We protect business owners. We uplift business owners. And then we enlighten and then empower business owners. This is just to see the establishment and the promotion of businesses running in this country, Gambia, Africa, continentally and globally. This is why I name it as Global Chamber of Business Owners.
Yes. Okay.
So this is our.
That's the idea. That's the idea about it. That's a brilliant idea. Yes. But we are talking about current affairs of the country, the daily. We review the daily papers, the activities, the stories that are on everyone's lips in the country regarding the current affairs. And as we speak right now, the car drifting issue has take a lot of stories on headlines because of now our school-going children involved in that ugly scene, which sometimes is deadly, as you can really call it. So let me hear you on that first of all.
Well, drifting is a problem. I have been following it online, and the way I see the manner in which the attitude, the behavior.
Your mic, please.
The behavior that they showcase online. It is heartbreaking. You see what I mean?
Thank you.
But I think that is not the area that we should. We can only,
let's do the analysis. Yes, thank you.
Area. But I think when you come to the security part, the security institutions are there. They are also working online and they are knowing what is happening. Before you issue a license to a person, a teenager, or somebody who is very immature, and then you know that you are putting the national security of the country at risk.
Majority of them don't even have a license. Majority of them, they only pay money and then rent a car and then go crazy.
There is no need for us to sit here and say because their father is a powerful member of the security institution, or your father is the president, or your father is this or that. So now you have an opportunity to drive a car, then you can go into public and then drive anyhow.
That's still accepted.
That is not something that we can accept.
Never.
But I am not the IG. I am not the chief of defense staff. I am not working at the immigration. I think now I will give them that opportunity to address the issue. You see, but it is it's so heartbreaking.
I'm glad to tell you that they've really addressed it because of they've arrested the victims, taken to the court, and they now even prosecute them. So I think that's a bull step. And you will see the next guy who want to do it now will say, hey, stop now, because of these people they could not succeed in what they were trying to do. So I think that was very good.
That is a good point.
The boy who did it in Abuko is being prosecuted, and then the one in Jabang also yesterday also. they were prosecuted. So I think now the authorities are taking action. This is what we want. This is what we want to see.
That is why
when things are not going right, let the right authorities step up and then do as expected according to the law of this land. We do not say let's put the political affiliation aside, region, tribe, and whatsoever aside. But in as much it has to do with Gambia, and then it has violated our law of this land, let's treat it professionally like that.
Absolutely. Responsibility is something that we all have to think about. It is not about I have been educated or I have doctorate degree or I am a professor or this and that, and then you lack responsibility. So if you are immature, you are very irresponsible. Do you know what I mean? So, but if you are mature, you will never be irresponsible. So, but these teenagers, another fundamental solution that I also want to propose is that maybe they should have a venue.
So are you now suggesting to the police, because you say we allow the police to do that?
I think there are we have people who use their mind, their senses, find common senses and the security institutions. I should not sit at the radio and be telling them proposals. But what I can only do is to just opinionate on my own part. You know what I mean? Because I am not working there. If I'm working there, I would have been taken, or I would have asked my seniors to give me the responsibility to address the issue. That is their role. But it's not your role to sit here and be telling them everything. Your role is just to
enlighten people,
enlighten the concerns. But it's not favorable to us. Why are they giving vehicles to drive in public if they are not qualified to drive? Why are they giving the license?
That's not to responsibility. It is parents' idea.
Thank you very much.
It is parents'
That's why now, Alhagie, I am saying, if you are going to blame the teenagers, you should also blame the security institutions that are giving the responsibility to issue license.
At this point, most of them, when you look at them, most of them involved in those actions are not having license.
I don't have a license.
So I think it is parents, our society, community should check and do what we should do to our children.
If that is anything to go by, you are not having a license and you have
so we should not blame the
drive in public and drive in that manner. Then if you are prosecuted, then so all that I want to say in short is that stop looking at people who have money in the opportunities and you are allowing them to do anyhow this country. Deal with the subject matter. Anytime let's deal with the subject matter. So it's dangerous. Those kids that are standing looking at them, they are from homes. Another man's family.